Hi, this is David Comfort from Democracy Action Network. Here's a mind-blowing fact. Did you know that for years the US could comfortably manage its debt simply because interest rates were lower than economic growth rates? That's right. It was almost like a magic trick, allowing us to juggle spending without breaking a sweat. But here's the kicker. This is no longer the case. As interest rates rise and start to match or exceed growth rates, we're facing a fiscal crisis that could reshape our economy. This is honestly crazy, but not entirely surprising. Bernstein highlights a critical shift in our fiscal landscape, suggesting that we've moved from merely digging a hole to using excavators. The implications are profound. If we don't act, we could find ourselves in a precarious situation where stabilizing our debt-to-GDP ratio might require unprecedented fiscal surpluses. Ever notice how politicians love to talk about fiscal responsibility, but rarely put their money where their mouth is? Bernstein's op-ed outlines a three-part plan to address this looming crisis, emphasizing the need for a serious reevaluation of our fiscal path. He points out that Trump-era policies, including tariffs and deficit-financed spending, have pushed key economic indicators in the wrong direction. What if I told you that these decisions could lead us to a scenario where our debt becomes explosive? It's not just a catchy phrase, it's a warning that we could be facing an economic reckoning if we don't change course. The article features a striking figure that illustrates how our primary deficits have deteriorated since the 1960s. The blue dotted line forecasts the budget situation if we continue down this path, while the orange dots represent the drastic adjustments needed to return to a sustainable fiscal policy. It's an ahistorical adjustment, a term that encapsulates the gravity of our situation. This brings us to a crucial question. How did we get here? It's easy to blame the current administration or previous ones, but this is a systemic issue rooted in decades of policy decisions. We've been lulled into a false sense of security by the global perception of US debt as risk-free. But as Bernstein warns, that perception is shifting, and the term premium on US treasuries is climbing. In a world where fiscal irresponsibility is often overlooked, it's time to pay attention when the doves start to cry. Let's engage with these economic puzzles together, because understanding them is the first step toward finding solutions. After all, the future of our economy depends not just on the decisions of a few, but on the collective will of all of us to demand better fiscal stewardship. So let's get to work. This is David Comfort from Democracy Action Network. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel. It would help out a lot. Peace.